pretty deflating for the group as a teammate, and even for the opponents, really. So, again, happy to see that he was responsive, and I guess they just have to move forward at this point.
Yeah, for Sweden, we know coming off that disappointing loss to Denmark, the first time they've ever lost to Denmark at this tournament, we were kind of wondering what Swedish team we would see out of the gate. But what really grabbed our attention before that injury took place was how well Belarus's PK was playing.
Yeah, and they did fantastic. I was surprised. You know, I think early on, lots of good pressure. And again, this is what you ask for. If you're a defensive coach and you're running the PK, it's all this constant pressure when the puck's on the wall. So if you're Sweden, you're not getting any time and space. They're jumping all over them. Again, Belarus jumping on them on the walls, not giving them time to set up in the offensive zone. And that's a credit to just playing and sticking to your structure on PK. And again, really nice teaching points there if you're Belarus. Moving forward, at least you're getting some confidence out of that PK, and it creates a little momentum. Belarus
was down 4-0 to Slovakia just a few minutes into their opening game and had to play catch-up all the time. Fantastic start, again, all things considered here. And, you know, we're used to seeing Sweden and Finland as the big names. Yeah. Well, looking a little rocky so far. I know there's lots to play, but so far, a little rocky. When we come back, we're getting closer to puck drop for Canada and the U.S. We will preview the latest chapter in the rivalry.
Closed captioning on TSN is powered by Bet99.net, Canada's newest destination for free sports information, odds, and casino. Every game starts at Bet99.net.
Maybe it's only a feeling, only a dream, only a day trip that lasts long after sundown. Maybe it's only a weekend or a moment. But sometimes, those only things are the only things that matter. Jeep Grand Cherokee, Canada's most awarded and best-selling full-size SUV. Get 10% off MSRP with up to $7,350 in discounts, plus $2,500 in loyalty cash for select owners.
Are you suffering with pain? Tired of costly appointments? Is pain affecting your sleep and work? Imagine living with less pain. Try Dr. Ho's Pain Therapy Pro, the drug-free pain relief device that helps relieve your muscle and arthritis pain.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ho. You know, for years, I've been helping my patients with pain with my Pain Therapy Pro system. It helps to reduce your muscle tension, improve the circulation, and relieve the pain.
The secret is Dr. Ho's 3-in-1 pain relief technology. TENS, EMS, and AMP combine over 300 auto-modulated pulses for fast pain relief. Just place the pads where you have pain and turn it on. It's that easy.
I want to spend time with my grandkids. Dr. Ho's lets me be the person I am. It just relieves the pain.
Get relief for your neck pain, back pain, arthritis pain, and muscle tension. Plus, it helps relieve symptoms associated with headaches, fibromyalgia, sciatica, muscle strain injuries, and neuropathy. Suitable to use with medication. With no appointments, no ongoing bills, you save time and money.
I like Dr. Ho because I don't have to take appointments. It's easy, it's simple, it's straightforward.
Dr. Ho's is a fast, easy, and effective way to relieve your pain. Call and get your Pain Therapy Pro with this special offer. Try it risk-free for 90 days. If you're not 100% satisfied, we'll refund your purchase. You'll get Dr. Ho's Pain Therapy Pro, pad placement chart, and travel pouch, plus 8 body pads for neck and shoulders, 2 large body pads for back and legs, and 2 foot therapy pads. Get everything you need for pain relief.
Once you try, you'll see how much better your life can be when you have less pain.
But wait. Use code NOPAIN and get Dr. Ho's Pain Relief Spray. Just pay the processing. Don't wait. Call now.
To order, call 1-800-397-1741 or go to trypainpro.com. Call now.
It is the biggest soccer event of the summer as Europe's top teams square off, all looking to be crowned champion. Yes, it's the UEFA Euro 2020, and you can catch every match live beginning Friday, June 11th, only on TSN and CTV. And while that is very exciting, it is time to talk about the main event. Canada versus the United States, one of our games here on the Day 3 schedule. And Mark, for Canada, already facing a little bit of adversity. That upset against Latvia in the opener, the first time they've ever lost to Latvia. But they're facing off against a U.S. team very hungry. You could say that they just ran out of time because they really had Finland on its heels yesterday in their opener game. What does the U.S. have to do here to get the win?
Well, it's interesting because they do have some players that are capable of scoring. Connor Garland, Jason Robertson, just two off the top of my head right now. But despite having a bunch of NHL players, I can still see this group perhaps having some struggles moving forward with finding some offense. So that comes up to all the young guys that are here in this tournament. There's a little more pressure on them to step up. If anything, I'd like to say it's an opportunity for these young guys perhaps to grasp that and move forward with a little bit of growth. But again, there's going to be some trouble finding scorers in this group, and there's no secret there. A lot like Canada, a relatively young group was sprinkled in with some veterans. But again, it's one of these things where I think it's an opportunity for any particular player to step up and score.
Never disappoints when these two teams face off, whether it's a roster full of NHLers or not. The 48th meeting is upon us, and the U.S. has won 2 of the last 3, although Canada did shut him out in the most recent meeting back in 2019. So once again, if you are interested in checking out the latest chapter of this North American rivalry, Canada-U.S., 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, here on TSN, as well as the NHL Network south of the border. So that's coming up later today, but right now we've got the second period from both of our games. And hey, we're still awaiting our first goal from these set of games, 0-0 across the board.
Brando, you know it's important in life to reward yourself. That's why I use my Skip Rewards points to get this free mac and cheese.
Oh, so Skip is rewarding you.
Well, let's just say we're rewarding me together.
Earn points on every order with Skip Rewards. Only on Skip the Dishes.
Tommy John is for men who value themselves and their comfort, who want fabrics that are lightweight, breathable, and insanely soft, with stay-put waistbands that adapt for the perfect fit. 360-degree stretch prevents ride-up and supports any move you make, and mind-blowing innovations like our Quick Draw Fly. We've also reinvented loungewear. Yeah, loungewear. You can trust our thousands of 5-star reviews because Tommy John knows how comfortable you want to be. Go to TommyJohn.ca for 20% off your first order.
With 5 TV, watch what you want, wherever you want. In the living room, in the kitchen, on the right side of the couch, on the left side of the couch, under a ball of dough. With the kids, with the kids, with the kids. Outside, in front of your laundry basket, in traffic, while working out, or not, in your work clothes, in your pajamas, in your part business, part pajamas look, above the blankets, under the blankets, anywhere, on any screen.
Just remember, your life is more than a to-do list. It's more than a to-do list. It's more. Than a to-do list. It's more. Than a to-do list. It's more. Than a to-do list. It's more than a to-do list.
Ristolainen,
yeah,
scored in 2014, and then Kasperi Kapanen in 2016.
Right. Kapanen's dad, Sammy, is here covering. Yeah. Who looks like he's 17. Sammy Kapanen.
Unbelievable.
It's a joke. You know what kind of makeup they got going on the TV for Finland.
Well, he played 12 years in the NHL, and there was almost nothing left of him by the time he finished. He was a really hard-nosed player who could skate all day.
Good player.
Really popular guy with his teammates in Hartford, Carolina, and Philadelphia. That shot gets through, and Boyarkin makes the stop.
Sperry's having a pretty good playoff in Pittsburgh right now.
And Sammy's staying up and watching the games.
Is he trying to stay up? And
he likes the afternoon games a lot better.
Those are the afternoon games that start about 10 p.m. here, local time in Latvia.
The West Coasters are tough. You either got to get up real early or stay up real late.
That's more of a get up early.
They're down the ice by Kazakhstan, and there's another face-off coming down their zone.
And we've seen a willingness to do this from Kazakhstan. If you don't like your play, if you can't find a good outlet, they will just get it down the ice, get organized, take another face-off. They don't worry about, they don't force turnovers trying to make plays if they don't like it.
Lundell drops it back for Sund. Long wrist shot hit Dietz up high. And now Dietz and Salonen go after it. Dietz counters it back up. Spent 3 years in the Western League with the Saskatoon Blades. Was a Montreal 5th-round pick in 2011. And we mentioned he got 13 games in with the Canadians.
He has clearly the puck skills to play. The foot speed, for whatever reason, I remember doing his games. There's only 13 of them, but I must have done a handful because I remember the name, I remember the player. And the foot speed maybe not quite what he needed it to be, but makes a lot of good passes. As a player, as a forward, the kind of defenseman you like to play with. Because he gets you the puck how you want it, where you want it, more often than not.
Remember Paul Kariya coming back from the '02 Olympics in Salt Lake City and marveling at the passes from Scott Niedermayer, Chris Pronger, Rob Blake, all those guys. And coming back to the NHL, and the first pass he got from a D-man hit him in the ribs from 20 feet.
That's, I mean, we can talk about all the different skills, but the ability to pass the puck out of trouble, into space, is what the best defenseman can do. And the new age high-end defensemen, that's what they're good at. Moving the puck up the ice, their legs or with their passing.
Kazakhstan probably wants some more offensive pressure here. The shots are 17-1, and yet here you are in the second period in a tie game.
Sagadayev again, our lefty player, taking righty face-offs.
He hooks his stick back, so it's...
Turns the stick upside down, holds it like a right-handed stick, so he can take it on his power side. He's pretty good at it in the first game.
Once saw Chris Chelios flip his stick over and...
Took a one-timer with it, yeah.
Drop back for Antila. Antila for Seppala. He apparently played 9 holes of golf lefty and then 9 holes righty.
Home Brian Hayes. I'm not sure which way he wants to play golf. That was a staple of Wayne Gretzky's warm-up for practice when he coached the Coyotes. He'd take the opposite stick and play a scrimmage so someone could score.
Come on.
And Mike Comrie would take my stick and he could shoot it better than I could. He was unbelievable as a lefty-righty. And I'd take his stick and I would just try not to hurt myself.
Ruotsalainen gains the line. Pulled down by a Colson. And Pavel Colson moves out ahead. Colson will play in Magnitogorsk in the KHL next year. Ruotsalainen takes the return pass and shoots, and the save is made by Boyarkin. Here's Blacker back with it. With Mihalis streaking ahead, Blacker jumps in. Kazakhstan changing. Blacker throws that towards the goal. Mihalis got a stick on it, but knocked it wide. Mihalis back on it. To Volk. Volk banks it back. Svedberg. Has that Guafa skating through the crease. And Savitsky plays it back in the corner. Blacker can't hold the line. Now it's at center ice. Blacker has it back. Throws that rink wide and scooped up by Volk. Inala had that knocked away by Maklikov. 5 gone here in the second period. You got to think that Jukka Jalonen at some point would like to see his team blow somebody out in a tournament.
You got to be comfortable in the stress. You do it so many times and have success with it so many times. You probably are calmer than most would be.
Jalonen sends that rink wide. That pass is broken up. Picked up now by Rimarev.
If you think if Finland had all their top players, they got some star forwards in the NHL. Sebastian Aho, Mikko Rantanen, Laine.
That plays offside. Yes,
He's had a nice year.
Good year in Edmonton.
It's not over yet.
Went back to the Finnish league last season and really refound his game.
Remember how you used to play when you were good. Is how I put it. You get you get your skill game coached out of you sometimes through confidence and through caution.
Sasha Barkov is.
He's all right.
He's been called the most underrated player in the league so many times that
you can no longer be underrated when you make it 3 straight years as the most underrated.
It's like Ron Francis. At a certain point, you're not underrated anymore.
Now you're over.
Salonen. Lead pass. That's knocked away from Lindbaum.
Tampa, Florida, he's still nasty. We thought it would slow down after the first game. Hasn't stopped yet.
Sharp angle played around. Back at the point. Koivisto a long shot. And that's gloved by Boyarka. No score here in the second period of the 2021 World Hockey Championship.
Find a more active lifestyle. Find more fun out there. And new ways to connect. Find something that amazes you and excites you. Find new spaces. Find new roads. The 2021 Chevrolet Trailblazer Active.
Pharmacy to Home supports local Canadian pharmacies and offers free shipping all across Canada on home healthcare supplies. You can talk to your pharmacy about Pharmacy to Home or even give us a call and we'll help you. For more information, visit p2h.ca today.
Back here in Riga, Latvia, day 3 of the 2021 World Hockey Championship. Kazakhstan and Finland are scoreless here in the second period. So are Sweden and Belarus. Earlier today at the Olympic Sports Center, Slovakia gritted out a 2-1 win over Great Britain.
Yeah, Sweden and Belarus are tied still.
Sweden lost to Denmark on the weekend. First time they've been beaten by the Danes.
In regulation.
Yeah. Antala sends that down. And you can argue all you want about who's here and who's not here. For the Latvians to beat Canada, for the Danes to beat Sweden, for Kazakhstan to beat Latvia. It matters. Off the end boards, that's knocked away. Scooped up by Menelanen. Trying to center it. And Svedberg stepped into him. Menelanen Back at the point for Kaski. Rossi goes to Otama. That shot swept away by Blacker. Loose in the corner now. Here's Svedberg with it. Up for a Colson. That pass from Sagadeev was knocked away. Sent back down to the finish zone. Otama. Oliver Kaski. Won a KHL championship with Omsk this year under head coach Bob Hartley, who's here with Latvia. Bang. Back in the corner. And kept alive by Mihalis. Now the return pass for Volk out of his reach from Savitsky. Volk back on it. Looks for Mihalis. And moved ahead neatly by Kaski, and the Finns break out 3-on-2. Arjalainen on his 29th birthday plays that back in the corner. Billy Polka with it. Savitsky for Volk. And the Kazakhs have a 3-on-2. Volk works in, has a look, and shoots from a sharp angle. Saturi was half in the net and managed to keep that out.
Clunked him right off his helmet. I thought Volk skated himself into no man's land. But he head up looking for a pass, trying to find a lane, getting strung up by Olli Mata. And then, yeah, right off the shoulder, right on the side of the head. Seen a lot of goals go in. Shooters like to shoot this now, try to bank it off the goaltender's head. And that's not with a textbook save, but effective nonetheless. That second of the night only. Make it 3.
Shalapov, a long shoot in. That's gloved down by Saturi. And now Starchenko with a chance. That trickles down. And Saturi hangs on to that.
The non-Finn in me feels the tension of dominating the game so much and it being tied. Where Kazakhstan now gets a couple looks, they get a crazy bounce, and a game where you should be winning by multiple goals, you're not. Feel be more skittish than the Finns.
Off the face-off win by Contiola. Hoka plays at the center ice to Inola. Milan Starchenko. Inola centers it. Just missed the stick of Contiola, who was tied up in the crease. Contiola centering pass. Pakarinen. Back for Polka. Across to Mata with a long shot. That goes wide. Shalapov picks it up for Kazakhstan. Contiola drops that back. And Polka lead pass. Almost broken up there by Stepanenko. As he stepped up. Inola. The stick broke on him. And Inola makes his way off, and it's kept back alive by Sun. Ruahoma. Is taken away by Romerov with that mini stick, as you called it.
It is. He's short. The stick is short for him.
Salonen moves out ahead for Lindbaum. Lindbaum centers it, and Lindell couldn't get a stick on that. Ruahoma for Lindell, sends it across, and Blacker a good job to take that away from the slot.
That was nice. He was engaged with 1-4, but also had his stick available to protect the seam. The defenseman stuck in back door.
The discarded stick still on the way. Lindell back with it. Katuhov trying to move that out. And now Blacker on the other side gets bumped there by Salonen. And the referee, getting Romasko from Russia, telling him to move it. To which I would always be tempted to say, I'm trying.
What do you think I'm trying to do over here? Pareko, NHL refs. Move it, move it. He replied, I don't want to. Having a conversation mid-scrum. Yeah, move it. I don't have to.
Here's Koivisto, long pass. Drop back to Antila. In shoots, kicked away by Boyarkin. Marco Antila back on it. For Watsalainen. Centers it, Antila chips it, and Boyarkin makes a great stop there on the deflection. No score midway through the second period.
Maybe it's only a feeling, only a dream, only a day trip that lasts long after sundown. Maybe it's only a weekend or a moment. But sometimes, those only things are the only things that matter. Jeep Grand Cherokee, Canada's most awarded and best-selling full-size SUV. Get 10% off MSRP with up to $7,350 in discounts, plus $2,500 in loyalty cash for select owners.
Want to save money on groceries? Plan ahead. Chef's Plate makes it easy by pre-measuring ingredients and delivering them right to your door. Cook savvy and order your box today at chefsplate.com.
First came to Rick shooting about maybe 105. Told him my goal was to just get better. And years later, you know, he got me down to a single digit, and a lot of it was just listening to him and trusting the process.
Begin your journey to better at your local Golf Tech.
8:57 to go here in the second period. Still trying to pry this game open.
Chance they had at Tian. It's a real contrast in Kazakhstan the way they play. It's very passive, sit back, right, until they get in a puck battle, and then they're fully engaged.
Ultima centers it, that's tipped on goal, and Boyarkin makes the point-blank save there on Karjalainen.
So it's like you think you have time, you think you have space because they give it to you, but as soon as you want to get to the spots where you need to go to score, then it becomes very tough.
Well, maybe because so many guys play in the KHL, that's very much the KHL style. Very low scoring, defensive on big ice. Kasky drops it back. Ultima. Now they're broken up by Shevchenko. Brought back in by Turunen. And Mafikov plays it back in. There's only been one power play in the game. The shots are decidedly in favor of the Finns, but there's a quick chance. And that shot from point blank, taken by Shevchenko, was turned away. Ruotsalainen works in with Turunen. That centering pass missed Kasky. That might have been for Turunen.
Kasky trying to touch it over. A little too excited to poop the stick before the puck got there.
Ruotsalainen lost the puck to Shevchenko. And Sagadeev drops it back. Dukov plays it in. Savitsky held it for a moment. And now Mata has it back. Mata, the long lead pass for Kontiola. Pass too far for him. Icing called against the Finns. The shots in the game are 22-3 in favor of Finland.
Very lopsided, but in those 22 shots, how many good scoring chances has Finland really generated? 4 or 5?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. So while Boyarkin's been busy, it hasn't been dangerous in front of him.
Finland won that 2019 World Championship and outscored its competition 22-18. Remember, they beat Canada by 2 in the gold medal game.
They basically played all the other games essentially even for the tournament.
Hoka centers it. Pakarinen a shot, and Boyarkin the save on him, and Boyarkin's mask gets knocked off. And
he got caught square in the helmet there. He's checking the jaw, make sure everything works
Not a very old guy. Boyarkin's only 22 years of age. He was the goaltender for Kazakhstan when they qualified out of Division 1A for the top group of the World Junior Championship in 2018.
Yeah, good look at this one. There's the spot you want to shoot from.
Ouch.
And for the life of me, I never understand goalies who don't wear the plastic cheater that hangs down over their throat. Patrick Waugh, think of him, Marc-Andre Fleury. Pucks are coming 100 miles an hour. Tipped up into you, guys running around.
Shot deflected, and Boyarkin kicked that out. Quick legs. Playing in his first World Championship for Kazakhstan. He's been in the Kazakh domestic league since he was 16 years old. Romero sends it back in front. Starchenko couldn't get a shot away. Good look there for Kazakhstan. Now Ruoholma with it. Up for Lundell. Back at the point, Lindbaum. Winds and shoots. Save made, rebound. Oh, what a chance there for Lundell. He scores. Lundell, the second try, pokes it in. And Finland takes the lead. We've got an injured player. Is Salonen slow to get to his feet?
I wonder if the initial shot coming in caught Salonen. And rebound over to Anton Lundell, who had an empty net. Hit the side of the net. Here comes the first shot. No, nothing there. This one should have gone in, but he misses it. Quick hands. That is nice as Starchenko gets his stick caught on the side of the net. Lundell, who's had a quiet couple games so far, finds a way to tuck it in.
It was a cross-check by Svedberg that sent Salonen flying.
Here, we better look at it here. He's got guys sitting on him, standing all over him, but Lundell, still so young.
19.
First round pick by Florida, 12th overall last summer.
He had a big goal scoring year in the Finnish league this year. He had 16 goals in 26 games as a 19-year-old player.
And we know how good he looked at the juniors, World Juniors.
Very good.
And we know he was drafted very highly. And through 2 games, albeit against the American team is pretty good and scrappy Kazakhstan team. He hasn't been around the puck very much. He hasn't had it on his stick, hasn't had a chance to make as many plays, but pretty good hands here on the second effort to tuck it in. Finally break the ice for Finland. For the 24th shot. First one past Boyarkin.
Took a while to break it open. Now a centering pass is tapped back at the point. Koivisto. Long shot, punched away by Boyarkin. Tons of close games in this tournament so far. As Boyarkin makes a stop on that. And at the Olympic Sports Center, still scoreless in the second period between Sweden and Belarus.
If you're one of the teams that is not, not one of the big 5, 6 teams in the world, and you see the other scores that are going on for the first few days, it's got to embolden you with confidence to think, oh, Denmark just beat Sweden. Canada just lost to Latvia. Like, if you're Norway going into the game, let's see what we can do here.
Ultima for Karjalainen. Tied up there by Dietz. Matvikov moves that ahead. Brought in by Shestakov. His pass was blocked. Koski plays it back in the corner. Karjalainen plays it back around to Koski to Ultima. National team veteran for Finland. Ultima plays it back down the ice. And Shevchenko goes back to pick it up. Shevchenko 6'5", 230 pounds.
Turnin is not.
Ultima backhands that towards the goal. He's moved ahead by Sagadeyev. Shevchenko tried to rush his way in, and Billy Polka stayed with him and knocked him off the puck. Brought in now by Dietz. If that was Sagadeyev, couldn't get a shot away. That was centering pass. Shevchenko with a shot, and that was blocked. And Pakarinen got in the way of that and took that shot flush.
Whistle blown on the glove pass, but that is a desperation effort by Pakarinen, and a good one.
1-0, Finland leads here in the second period.
Find more than you expected with confidence. Find comfort in the small things. Find a new outlook. The Chevrolet Equinox. Find new roads.
Chevrolet employee pricing is back. It's time to get your Chevrolet Equinox at our price. See your dealer or Chevrolet.ca for details.
Hiring is challenging, especially for key roles.
The hiring process can feel overwhelming. Sometimes you just don't know where to start. So I use ZipRecruiter. They automatically post at the top job sites, and I start getting qualified candidates really fast. With ZipRecruiter, I've hired everyone from my head of marketing to my sales director and even my lead graphic designer. And less time spent on hiring means more time spent on growing my business.
ZipRecruiter, rated the #1 hiring site. Try it for free at ziprecruiter.ca/puck.
19-year-old Anton Lundell, the youngest player on the Finnish team, has the only goal in this game so far. Makrukov up ahead for out of it. There's a penalty coming, and it's going to go to Finland. So with 4:23 to go in the second period, the veteran Petri Kontiola will go off, and Kazakhstan gets its first power play.
Hook to Kontiola as Kalis jumping down the slot, got to the middle of the ice and looking to pull the trigger. Kontiola just gets a stick over top of his. A little can opener. When you wedge it off the knee, one thing with the lift with one hand, but you can use the knee as leverage to spin it. The refs are going to call that every time.
Jukka Jalonen behind the Finnish bench for the 9th time at a major IHF tournament. His previous 8 appearances, 4 medals, 3 of them gold. Bronze at the 2010 Olympics. That was a terrific effort by the Finns to win that one.
He does men's, junior as well, Olympics, and does all the different tournaments.
Scored! Tipped in front by Panyukov. And on the power play, Kazakhstan has tied it.
Just like that, you draw a penalty, you make something happen, and a really nice Sedin high tip play. Designed and executed by Kazakhstan. Panyukov, the recipient of a good look from Michaelis. Present your stick, find some open ice, and in the middle, right in the middle of all 4 Finnish PKers. Got to get a head up. This pass has to be hard enough that you can redirect it, elevate it, and still maintain the pace of the shot. And Michaelis puts it right where he needs to. Panyukov, nice little cut, and the tie game.
On the 6th shot of the game for Kazakhstan to 26 for Finland.
This is why I get skittish about close games you should be winning. One bad bounce, penalty, power play, whatever it might be.
Svedberg taps that back. Picked up by Blacker. Jesse Blacker spins back. Svedberg up for Shin. Starchenko, but that plays offside at the Finnish blue line.
Zhukov, another one of the many players from Barry's. Plays there. Finding that play is all about spacing. He starts the play, moves the puck across, and keeping his stick loose as well. Don't get your stick on the ice too early where other players can want to tie it up, keep it free and extricate it until it's time to make the tip.
Zhukov up for a Colson. Sagadeyev digging for it. So 19 seconds is all it took on that power play for Kazakhstan. Now Dietz unloads, and through the traffic, Sathary makes the stop.
One of the first times we've heard Darren Dietz get involved in the offense from the wide spot. Oh, that got tipped on the way in as well. Like, Colson might have got a piece on the way in.
Face-off won by Bjornanen. Now bouncing puck for Menelainen, and that plays offside.
I tell you what, Gord.
At the Kazakh blue line.
Kazakhs are going to get caught on a defensive zone win by Finland. They have run clean breakouts several times. They almost sprung a 2-on-1 there, catching the Kazakh defender trying to hold the blue line. It's set plays. They're really neatly done. Whether it's the weak side winger cutting across the middle, and they're catching one of the Kazakh defensemen standing still. And if a forward doesn't pick up his guy one time, it's going to be a clean 2-on-1. They've been close 3 or 4 times in this game already.
Koivisto up ahead for Seppala. Well, Seppala in his first international tournament at any level for Finland, which is unusual.
Although you look at the teams coming up next, Canada, U.S. for the nightcap, a lot of guys who haven't played for their countries prior to this tournament.
Menelainen drops it back. Koivisto works in. Drops it back to Mata, side of the goal, and that shot by Koivisto was blocked by a sliding Stepenko. Now Polka, he shoots. That's deflected away. Boyarkin had lost his goal stick.
He caught the blade as he dropped it.
Then he had it upside down. Inala plays that back to Mata. Tees it up and shoots, and Boyarkin gets a piece of that and knocks it away. Shalapov cleared that out. Lifted down the ice gently by Mihalis. 2 to go here in the second period. Inala threads that pass ahead for Pakarinen. Eero Pakarinen. Wrists it back in deep. Ruotsalainen couldn't reach it. Now Starchenko picks it up. Away with Shin, who scored in that game against Latvia. Starchenko is shot. That deflects wide. Shin back on it. To Romerev. He and Starchenko crisscross. Svedberg with it. Back down to Romerev. Shin for Svedberg. Shin back with it. For Romerev. Pivots back on Koski. A wraparound try. And the stop is made by Sathary.
Well, you want to know the advantage of the short stick, Gord? There it is. In tight spaces, you can create some things. Watch how quickly he pulls this one back. Look at how short that stick is. It's comically small. Sathary seals the bottom of the net.
Yari Curry used a very short stick.
Did he?
Yeah. Mario Lemieux, for his height, didn't use a very long stick.
I have one of Mario's stick in my house, but I only...
You steal it from him?
No, I got it in the '87 Canada Cup. I was sitting beside the bench as a 12-year-old. He gave it to me after he scored in overtime in game 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Просто надо лезть на ворота, зарабатывать большинство, больше бросать, сил хватит.
Спасибо, пожелаем вам удачи.
Спасибо.
Герман Нестеров.
Присоединяемся к Кристине Захаровой.
recipient have a good look from Michaelis. Present your stick. Find
defensive last night against Latvia as well.
Yep.
But they do take some chances. Talking to Sammy Kapanen, the Finnish broadcaster between periods, said this looks very much like a typical KHL game.
No wonder the goaltenders have such great numbers from the KHL.
Well, also, you made the point earlier that big ice hockey is far more defensive than...
Your go-to move is to retreat to the middle. When in doubt, retreat.
Well, just play inside the face-off dots.
Pack it in, see what happens. And Kazakhstan has done a nice job of that. Well, most of their players play in the KHL. And comfortable being passive until it's time to be aggressive.
Face-off one by Volk. Blacker plays it up along the boards, picked off by Inola. Ino thrown down by Blacker. And Jesse Blacker. Toronto native plays it out, knocked in by Volk. And back goes Contiola to pick it up. Centering pass for Kaska to be offside. Inola sends it back. There are, by the way, coaches' challenges here. Lead pass. Finds Ramira. And Ramira couldn't get a shot away. Rink wide pass picked up by Shin. Top line on the ice now for Kazakhstan. It's dropped back. And Starchenko, the captain, has it. Back for Dietz. Lead pass for Shin. And Shin's pass misses Ramira, and that faceoff will come back down to the Kazakh zone.
Shin is not pleased with Ramira not picking up that pass. He gave the hands up. What are you doing here? Coach echoing those sentiments. I like you seeing Yuri Mikhailic between.
So
he's always got that bemused look on his face. It's been great.
Amazing contrast, because on the other bench is Jukka Jalonen. I think I've probably broadcast 50 games he's coached in. I'm not sure he has teeth.
Stoic.
Very stoic by the Finnish bench. He does not get too high or too low. He's probably the perfect man to coach the Finnish national team. He is a legend in his country. He was inducted to the Finnish Hall of Fame 9 years ago.
He is acting right in character for you right now, though. Arms crossed.
Doesn't yell. Doesn't. Officials say he hardly says a word to them.
They would enjoy that.
He stares them down. He and Mike Babcock are the only two coaches in IHF history who have won the World Junior and the World Championship.
Oh. No Swedish coach has ever done that?
Well, Sweden's only won one World.
I guess the World Juniors, they don't.
They only won one World Junior in the last 40 years. Right? 80, well, yeah, 81. So they've won one in 2011 since then.
Except they never lose the round robin games, the World Junior.
Probably 2012 World Junior. In Calgary, on the Golden goal by Mika Zibanejad. But yeah. Back at the point. Svedberg, a hard shot. And that's kicked out by Sathari. Svedberg hit the pipe in the game against Latvia. Loves to shoot it. Steps up again. Polson spins that back. Blacker, a long shot. That got through. And Sathari makes the save on that. Here's Blacker back across. Svedberg shoots. That's blocked by Antila.
Svedberg and Antila in a race. I love it.
And Antila gets a step, shoots. Save made by Boyarkin.
Well, transport truck's getting going.
I'm sure we need a slow-mo replay of that one, but
pretty good by Antila. Accelerated out, stayed ahead, got a pretty good chance.
And speaking of Sweden, Belarus has just taken a 1-0 lead on them.
Why?
Now chance, and walking right in is Turunen. It's turned away by Boyarkin. The coach of the Swedish national junior team in 2012 was Roger Ronberg, who is now the head coach at Frölunda. Mihalis picks up the loose puck. He is elected not to coach many national teams. He's very happy in Frölunda, especially doing TV for this tournament for the Swedes. Turunen walks in and shoots, and Boyarkin gets a piece of that.
You wonder why more high-end coach like Ronberg, like Lonen, don't come over to North America.
It's interesting because at some point
they clearly know what they're doing.
Right.
And I do appreciate at times, Gord, language barrier can be a thing. You know, English is the national language of the NHL, and if it's not your first language, then communication might be difficult. But
you know, in shoots, that deflects just wide.
That's not the case for these guys. I'm surprised.
Well, the next international coach in the NHL, I would be willing to bet, will be a Swede. You know, back across to Otama. That shot deflects wide. Ricard Gronberg has a background in North America. He's played college hockey in North America, coached there.
Yeah, it's Gronberg. Gronberg's name maybe is someone that people could look at. That would make sense.
Sathari settles that down. 5 gone here in the third period. Belarus a 1-0 lead on Sweden in the other game. 2-1 Slovakia over Great Britain earlier today. Icing called against Finland.
A chance earlier, Jesse Blacker walks the line. That's a nice tip. Great battle trying to control your body and still get a blade on the puck. You know, almost gets a fortunate bounce off the tip. The defender's stick just wide of the net. And we start getting down inside the final 10.
Now Blacker a shot that goes high and wide. Now you're talking about bounces and
yep. Penalties, bounces, pucks over glass, whatever.
Icing.
Chance. Leave it to chance.
That centering pass goes through the crease. Here's Blacker with it. Blacker feeds it back across to Svedberg. To Blacker. Throws that towards the goal. That tipped. And Sathari makes the stop.
I think Savitsky knocked that one down. That's a... The no call. That was definitely going to be an icing as Jesse Blacker went to the fast, slow skate to make sure it got over the line. Another point shot. Blacker, he's just putting in the perfect height and velocity. Just drifting them in, not too hard. Easy to get a handle on. This one tipped down.
Oh, wow, that's a good save.
Squeeze that 5-hole tight.
That centering pass by Maklukov is knocked away, and Lundell moves in on Dietz. In comes Lundell, a centering pass, and Shevchenko gets in the way of that, and it drifts down to Boyarkin, who will hang on. 13:55 to go in the third, still tied at 1.
Find a truck that delivers. One that works as hard as you do and goes the distance. Find power at your fingertips. A lift where you need it. And a new way of seeing things. Find new roads. The Chevrolet Silverado.
JackpotCity.net, we know how to build you the best casino, so you can do amazing things with just one chip. Our table games are honed to perfection. We have over 500 online slot games, all designed for excitement, including the world-renowned progressive jackpot slot Mega Moolah. Play for free at JackpotCity.net today on your tablet, laptop, or mobile. JackpotCity.net, casino games perfectly made for you.
1-1 the score. Kazakhstan with a win over Latvia last night, just their second victory in their last 33 games of the World Championship. Both their wins came past regulation. An overtime win in 2016. Antila fires that high and wide, and the shootout win last night.
And somehow pull points out of Latvia, Finland to start their tournament. We would be looking at how does the math work to maybe get one of those 4 quarterfinal berths.
Koivisto, a shot that was blocked by a Colson. Analainen back in the corner for Antila. Chips it there for Seppala. That's picked off. And that's swept down the ice by Shevchenko, and Koivisto nurses that. Ino icing back down to the Kazakh zone.
It's an art form. The fast, slow icing skate. You gotta have a lot of moving parts.
Michael, I've been in broadcasting for 38 years. I've made not working hard while looking to work hard my entire living.
You do a good job of it. Moving, bobbing the head around, shuffle the arms, just the legs just don't go anywhere.
Exactly. Look how hard I'm working.
There are guys that do that during the game too, don't in the actual game.
Turunen. Plays that to Karjalainen. Back at the point is Mata. Olli Mata flips that back in, and Dietz stepped in front of him. You'll see lots of Dietz here down the stretch for Kazakhstan.
You see during the last commercial break, Kazakhstan players have a little meeting. Dietz smiling, kind of laughing. It's nice to see them being able to enjoy a stressful moment. Everyone has their own style, of course, but being able to smile and embrace it.
Stepanenko moves in. That shot ramps off a stick. Up and out of play.
At some point, it's supposed to be fun, too. Even though you're going through the grind and you're doing your very best and it's very intense, you should be able to have a little fun with it. And Kazakhstan doing just that.
Well, Dietz, I mean, the stories he can tell about his travels in hockey.
Yeah, he's been all around the world.
Off the draw, back at the point, kept alive. Stepanenko has Enoline behind him, but Stepanenko stays with him. Defending on the big ice surface is something of an art. Angles are different. Contiola fires it in. Now Volk gathers it up. Ultima steps up. That's chopped down the ice by Mihalis, and Kaski goes back once again. The Kazakhs called for icing.
Finland had won 65% or so of the faceoffs through 2 periods. Decided advantage in that area. And if you have to try to make them pay. They're going to keep icing the puck, tired legs out there, whether it's a chance or potentially drawing a penalty against the defending team.
Back at the point is Sun with a shot knocked away by Boyarkin. At the other point, Lindbaum looks for Lindell. Now Salonen comes in, bumps there with Volk. Puck loose in front, and that's thrown wide of the goal by Shalapov. Mihalis moves out with Savitsky. And now fires that in, and Kazakhstan can get in a much-needed change here. 11:45 to go in the 3rd period. Up to center ice. Seppala has that slide by him.
We've praised the patience and comfort level in tight games of Finland. I'm just wondering, a game you know they think they should win.
Antila moves in and shoots.
They had all more desperate to keep pushing up ice, and activating defensemen, whatever it might be, to try to
That pass from Umerov to Shin missed, and once again icing against Kazakhstan.
You mentioned Sepala. First time playing for the national team.
Plays for Kalpa Kuopio, north of Helsinki, and we talked about Sami Kapanen, and he owned that team for a long stretch. He's divested since then, become a player agent, but
is he Gaspari's agent?
If he's not, he soon will be. Bjornen plays it back down to Antala. Starchenko trying to get around Antala, who just shielded him off.
He didn't even bother trying to work through the backside puck protection.
Like trying to get around an SUV. Now Koivisto with a long shot. That's deflected away. Bjornen gathers it up, try to center it. He was taken down. Koivisto back across. Antala holds and shoots. And Boyarkin makes the stop.
Needed that whistle. Antala used the big frame to protect the puck. And you get a sense of how much we're going to see Darren Dietz. We got 10 minutes left in this game. Played 18 of approximately 50. Should be good for another 5 or 6 down the stretch.
It's interesting, we can hear the players in the tunnel before they come out. Most of the conversation for Kazakhstan is in English.
Yeah. That is the...
There's a loose puck in front. A great chance there for Karjalainen. Another chance, and this time turned away. And Karjalainen, the birthday boy, almost cashed the go-ahead goal there.
Broken play off a scrum draw. Good work by Royce Thalainen to turn it loose. Staying with it right here. Pokes it off the stick of the defender, and
we're approaching the midway point of the third period in a 1-1 tie. Still 1-0 Belarus on Sweden. Here's a breakaway now. Walking in, little backhand shot. And Panyukov, who has the goal, turned away. Now Dietz winds and shoots, and Satri got hit by that shot. Not sure he saw it. Back come the Finns the other way. Karjalainen, he fires. And Boyarkin,
here we go.
Got a piece of that back and forth
right
to go
up
here. Savitsky, lead pass, and that shot by Shestakov turned away, but chance at both ends in a 1-1 tie.
Magenta. Magenta! Magenta! Magenta!
The Epson Eco Tank. No more cartridges, just lots of ink. Print whatever makes you happy. The Epson Eco Tank.
Just fill and chill.
Hiring is challenging, especially for key roles.
The hiring process can feel overwhelming. Sometimes you just don't know where to start. So I use ZipRecruiter. They automatically post at the top job sites, and I start getting qualified candidates really fast. With ZipRecruiter, I've hired everyone from my head of marketing to my sales director and even my lead graphic designer. And less time spent on hiring means more time spent on growing my business.
ZipRecruiter, rated the #1 hiring site. Try it for free at ziprecruiter.ca/puck.
Every Canadian celebrates National Caesar Day with their own custom Caesar.
Join us on YouTube for The Works, where I chat with Mark Scheifele and then surprise him with a delicious Mott's Clamato Caesar customized just for him.
Cheers, Dave.
Isn't it time for a Caesar?
Past the midway point in the third period. It's a 1-1 tie between Kazakhstan and Finland. We say good morning wherever you're looking in across Canada and the United States on the NHL Network. Viewers globally. Putting this in, here's a quick chance. That's flipped wide by Contiola. The more scoring chance in the last couple of minutes in the last half hour, and now that long shot gloved by Boyarkin.
Things open right up. As this great stretch look, Dietz right up the ice on the tape, and Yukov's in alone. He's got Tatarai down.
Did Polka get a piece from here to kind of disrupt him a little bit?
Not really. I think, yeah, maybe, perhaps a little bit, but just pulled it out of his own reach, trying to beat him to the post. Wasn't really even looking to elevate that one, just kind of tuck it past him.
Face up again, controlled by the Finns. That shot by Pakarinen knocked away. Mihalis tries to work in, gets around Koski, but Pakarinen back to pick up the loose puck. That pass picked off by Volk, spins and shoots, put it high. Nasty giveaway by the Finns there. Almost cost them. Otama. Long lead pass on the tape of Salonen. He shoots. And Svedberg knocked that away. Shin to Romerev. Starchenko steps on. The Kazakh captain as Romerev tries to work in. Dietz poked out ahead. Romerev. Back for Dietz. Has time. Winds and shoots. And Ruohoma reached out and got a stick on that. Shin was knocked down behind the play. Ruohoma in for Salonen. Salonen in, spins, can't get a shot away. Lundell back with it. Now Lundell from a sharp angle. That's knocked away. Sun back with it now for Finland. The discarded stick gets in the way. Salonen tied up by Dietz. Throws that back at the point for Lindbaum. Back for Lundell, a long shot, and again through the traffic. The save is made by Boyarkin. Salonen got a stick up on Dietz there. And Starchenko came in to have a word.
Battling in front, you mentioned that bad look by Koski. Simple reverse to him. He's trying to find someone in the middle. And that is right on the tape of the wrong guy. Curtis Volk able to catch and release. That's not the up the middle of the ice pass you're looking for. Tie game, 8-18 left. Kazakhstan be facing a second overtime game in a row.
On back-to-back days. They played 3 sets of back-to-backs in the tournament.
I got the short end of the schedule, that's for sure.
Koivisto keeps that alive. Stepanenko. Up the line, Koivisto plays it back for Seppala. For Bjorninen. Shalapov knocked him off the puck. Now that pass misfired. Race for it. Icing was waved off.
Good call, though. Koivisto picked up his stick like he didn't want to play it. Right through his legs.
Seppala flips that down for the Finns. Blacker was careful there not to interfere. They call that very tightly here. On that chip in.
The extra little second that a lot of NHL players take to brush the guy off is not as tolerated.
Ruotsalainen. Hammered there by Blacker. Turunen plays it back in the corner. Blacker with the puck at his feet to the line, but not up. Mata with a hard shot. That's just wide.
Sailed that one. Mata. Think of him having a particularly heavy shot. Got all of that one.
Blacker around to a Colson. Up to center ice. Tapped back by Shevchenko. And that long shot by Romerev. Or pardon me, Sagadeyev is gloved by Sathari.
The mantra late in games when things get tight like this, especially when you're defending a lot like Kazakhstan is move your feet and move the puck. If you get caught standing still looking for someone to give it to, and it's just hard to pass the puck up the ice. If you start moving your feet, the passing options open up. You pass it more accurately, give yourself a chance to move the puck out of your own end as opposed to just shooting it away when you're standing still.
Up for Inola. Inola jumps in across the line, plays it across. Pakarinen shot, that's wide.
Yard sale for Michaelis.
Lost his helmet and his stick. They're both lying there in the slot. Now, Inola shot that goes wide. Back at the point. Ultima, long shot, and now the goaltender, Boyarkin's lost his stick. Shin gives it back to him. Koski centers it, and that's hacked wide by Pakarinen. Ultima. For Contiola, that's ticked away by Savitsky. Salonen. Another stick knocked loose as Volk lost his. Someone butted the Kazakh sticks all of a sudden. Knocked down by Sun. Tony Sun spins back in the corner. Still with it, long shot, hit a leg in front, and now it's knocked back to center ice. 5:45 to go in the third period. Sun works his way in, shoots, and Boyarkin gloves that, and they can now retrieve Michaelis' equipment. 5:40 remains here in the third period, a 1-1 tie.
Find more than you expected with confidence. Find comfort in the small things. Find a new outlook. The Chevrolet Equinox. Find new roads.
Chevrolet employee pricing is back. It's time to get your Chevrolet Equinox at our price. See your dealer or Chevrolet.ca for details.
People switch to Kudo because they get to choose what makes them happy. You can go with the basics, glitz things up, or dial them back. Whatever makes you comfortable.
King C Gillette is a complete line of tools and facial hair care products. Our cordless trimmer has a 50-minute battery life, 3 comb attachments for any style, blades that stay sharp for more than 5 years, and a satisfaction guarantee or your money back. King C Gillette.
Another nail-biter here in Riga. 1-1 tie with 5:40 to go here in the third period. Finland's 1-0 after a 2-1 win over the United States. Kazakhstan is 1-0, but it's a 2-point win, a shootout victory over Latvia.
And they still have Norway and Italy on their schedule.
That's knocked down by Stepanenko. Antela feeds it back for Mata. Only Mata moves away from Shevchenko. Shalapov up along the boards. And here's Mata back with it. Former London Knight Jr. There's it back to Malinainen. And Mata back with it. Mata in across the line, but the play's offside.
Just keep packing it back, and trust your goaltender. Look at all the debris out there, and that one hit the elbow of Boyarkin. Wow. Just dribbled out. Now there's a stick on the ice, and Boyarkin's been good in this game, though.
And he was good last night.
36 shots on net for Finland, just 14 Kazakhstan.
Heinola. A pass missed Kontiola. Pekarinen. Back for Koski to Ottama. That shot was blocked.
That's Savitsky again. He has taken multiple shot blocks the last couple nights. Stinging.
That took a bite out of him. The same thing happened last night.
Sounded like it hit his laces as much as it hit his skates. And that's where it hurts the most, when you catch it on the laces.
Koski winds his way in. Fins are changing. Again, Volk lost his stick. Heinola back for Ottama. That shot got through the traffic. And Boyarkin squeezes that.
Savitsky still stinging. He lays out in front of Ottama for this one. And yep, right on the top of the laces. The side of the boots are so strong now, even if you don't have the plastic shot blockers in there, that they don't hurt quite the same. get to the front of the net. Battling with Stepanenko. And Tilla has had the puck an awful lot here in the third period. He's putting everything down to the front of the net. That long stick lift, not surprising he gets it there. Mark Boyorkin's never a good sign when your goaltender's checking right and left.
Right.
Means he doesn't have, I don't know if that one would have counted. Well, it's sitting on top of his pad there. You can see it sitting right by his right knee.
Volk won that face-off away from the much larger Antelope. And Savitsky jumps in across the line. Savitsky shoots, and Sathari knocks that away. Savitsky kind of epitomizes what this Kazakh team is all about. He has played in 6 qualification tournaments for the under-18s or the World Junior.
And do everything he can to make sure that his team puts their best foot forward in this one.
Kazakhstan has played in some recent World Juniors, 09, or pardon me, 18 and 19. They were relegated in their second appearance. They've been relegated in the last 5 appearances at the World Championship. Now, on the other side of the ice, Blacker's into it as he and Mata were tied up. Play continues, and that point shot punched away from Kaski. Now Mata fires, saved by Boyorkin. Loose puck in front. They battle away for it. Pakarinen turned away point blank, and again. And Boyorkin's got that. 3 great scoring chances for Finland. And now Svedberg's got a hold of Inala.
They're going to get both of them, I think. Chances from the point again. And Boyorkin fighting through traffic, fighting off these rebounds. Blacker doesn't want to go out there, so Mata drifts it in. Try to follow this bouncy puck. It ends up sitting on top of his pad. And then Starchenko and Blacker clear everyone on out of there. He gets multiple cracks at it. Or the first one. And you think this one he might have a better look. He can elevate it, but Boyorkin fights him off twice. That is well done. And after that big scrum, there's got to be at least a couple.
So Svedberg and Inala will go. One for a cross check, one for roughing.
Now 4-on-4, 2:36 left, favors the team with the puck. Favors the team that has a bit more skill, and that's Finland.
The shots are 44-15.
So the structure of your defensive system, the strength in it is in numbers. So you start eliminating numbers and you open up more ice and space. Finland would have a better chance of scoring in 4-on-4 than 5-on-5.
Koski back to pick it up for Ottama. So 4-on-4 for basically the rest of this third period. Koski stripped of the puck. Now it's played back by Shestakov. And across to Dietz. Pass in for Shestakov, who's knocked down by Ruohoma. Now Dietz back across to his partner, Maklukov. Shestakov spins back. Kazakhstan changing its D as Blacker comes on. Inside 2 to go in the third period. Koski back for it. And the difference between a regulation win and an overtime win is significant. The 1-point difference could be a huge one. Sun winds across the top. That was right on the line. Sun keeps it alive. Pakarinen back for Sun across to Koivisto. And that pass drew Sund out. Jornanen. 30 seconds to go in the 4-on-4.
Try to sneak a change on him and get Montiola popping off the bench.
In comes Polka. Billy Polka moves out ahead. A centering pass that was blocked on a good defensive play by Maklukov. So they come right back with Dietz and Maklukov. Montiola winds in, drops it back. Polka back in front. Boyorkin knocked that away. And the rebound Pakarinen got a shot away, and Boyarkin's got it. The teams are back to 5-on-5 as Svedberg and Inola step out.
Very conservative 4-on-4 play. Both teams lock it into 1 point, it looks like. Not going to risk anything.
But you know the point.
Timeout coming up here.
Yeah,
Kazakhstan.
One less point for an overtime win than a regulation win can be the difference between a easier quarterfinal opponent. It can also be the difference between making the medal round and not.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know how the rest of it week is going to play out. You need every point you can get a handle on. But yeah, if you finish third or fourth and you're playing Russia or you're playing Switzerland, Canada, US, the traditionally strong teams, as opposed to if you're able to finish first, it does really clean up your path, usually, to the semifinals. This year might be a little bit different, though, Gord. We might see some surprisingly strong countries in third and fourth place.
So 35 seconds to go. The face-off in the Kazakh zone.
Belarus currently beating Sweden 1-0. Leading Sweden 1-0. Still.
Sweden's already lost to Denmark. Bjornen, the best face-off man for Finland. Up against Sagadeev. And Bjornen won that cleanly, but back to center ice. 30 seconds to go in the third period. Koivisto for Bjornen. Back goes Svedberg for it. Manalainen back for Koivisto. Plays it back around. There's Blacker waiting for it. Blacker. For Sagadeev. That was knocked away. Blacker's second try up to center ice. That's knocked down by Bjornen. Colson on it. So both these teams will add to their point total as this game goes to overtime. Kazakhstan has 3 now. Finland 4, and they'll play for the extra one in OT or a shootout. Extra time coming at the 2021 World Hockey Championship.
How do you perfect the world's most famous chicken? Put it on a sandwich with bacon. Then add more bacon and one more bacon. The new Bacon Lovers sandwich. Your move, other sandwiches.
Dad, can you send my allowance?
Hey Siri, send $10 to Maya.
Sending money is easy with RBC and AirPods. Switch to RBC and get AirPods at no cost.
off every never beaten record in this tournament available. We're only 3 days in.
So 3-on-3 in overtime. Mata along with Lundell and Ruohoma. Ruohoma works in, has some room, gets around the corner. Holds and drops it back for Mata. Mata back for Lundell. Anton Lundell chips it there for Mata. Down to Ruohoma. Walks out of the corner, drops it back. Lundell works in, shoots, and Blair got a piece of that. Here's Lundell back with it. There. Lundell moving in on Blacker, peels back. Ruohoma. In on Shevchenko, drops it off for Mata. Centering pass just out of the reach of Ruohoma. Finns own the puck here in overtime. Blacker directing traffic as the Finns will now try to get a change in as Ruohoma works back, and now the Kazakhs will change as well.
In your own end, 3-on-3, it's almost exclusively man-on-man. You cannot be calling for switches. Not enough time.
Inala. Poke check there by Mihalis. And Volk back on it. Cross ice pass to Mihalis. He's got Dietz with him. In comes Mihalis. Walks in, holds, waits, and shoots. That's off the stick of Sund. Up and out of play, and the face-off will be in the Finnish zone.
Great idea by Mihalis there. Yeah, Dietz driving the net, but the 2-on-1 became a 2-on-2, so he tried to create a little lateral movement. And a shot with traffic. Good decision not to force a pass through. Sund does a pretty good job on the pivot. Getting the stick in front of that one.
Second day for the face-off against Bjornen, who is Finland's best.
Snapping them back right now.
Hoka for Bjornen. Menelainen, the other forward out there for Finland. In comes Menelainen, gets a step. Starchenko fell, and the pass gets away from Hoka and back to center ice. Lead pass for Bjornen. Menelainen goes off, and Salonen comes back on for the Finns. 2 gone in the overtime period. Koivisto for Antila. Antila comes jumping on. Works in, shoots, goes off a leg. Koivisto picks it up. Back down for Salonen. That's picked off by Mihalis. He's got Falk steaming ahead. In comes Mihalis. Mihalis pivots back in the corner, still holds it. Drops it off to Volk. Volk to Dietz. Dietz in for Volk. Leaves it there for Mihalis. He pivots back. At the point is Dietz. Leaves it there for Mihalis. He's got some room. Winds in, drops it off to Volk. Volk with a long shot, and Santeri steers that away.
You want to try to isolate Antila. He knows he's a decent skater, but make him stop and start. He's so much bigger than Volk or Mihalis. I think they'd have a chance to break him down.
Players from Team USA. Team Canada watching from the entryways as Pakarinen moves in and shoots. It goes off the leg of Shinnon wide. Now picked up Pakarinen. Crisscrossing there with Ruotsalainen. Pakarinen in the corner for Mata. That pass knocked away and scooped up by Romero. Romero is 5'9", and Svedberg a foot taller on the blue line. Shin had the puck at his feet, couldn't find it for a moment. Now Mata knocks that away. Romero back for Svedberg. Kazakhstan will change again, as will the Finns. Minute 15 to go in overtime. Now a quick chance there for Shevchenko. That deflects wide. Kolzin centers it. Shevchenko alone in front. Poke checked away by Satari. Now Shevchenko back with it. Throws that back to Blacker. Jesse Blacker moves in inside a minute to go in overtime. Blacker walks back. And shoots it in the leg. Blacker gathers it back up. Winds and fires. He pounded that wide. 45 seconds to go in the overtime. Shevchenko walks back in, a backhand shot stopped by Satri. Puck still loose. Shevchenko throws it back, but it's a 2-on-1 for Finland. Ruoholma for Lundell. Blacker back defending, thrown back in front. Backhand shot by Ruoholma. And Boyarkin held that long enough to get a whistle.
There's some tired players on the ice right now on both sides. Finland was running out of gas, long counterattack. Lundell, that's a pretty good sauce to get all the way over. But Boyarkin able to track it down. And Shevchenko, if he could have just handled the first one clean off the skate, would have a much better look. Flying all around the crease. Finish end.
Bjorn wins another face-off.
Zone clearance every time he does.
Starchenko, 20 seconds to go in overtime. Starchenko drops it off.
Opportunity to be seen.
The Shift, powered by Dell XPS, available on tsn.ca.
This is for the women who broke barriers then, so we can break records today. This is for those who told us we can't, and for those who never stop believing. This is for the grind, for being better today than we were yesterday, and for those who will define tomorrow. This is for us, for you, for them, for her. This is for the game.
It is now or never.
Welcome to Gut Check Time, where it doesn't matter if you've already done it or if you're just getting started. Because it's either get one step closer to trophy time or just time to go home. Only time will tell.
Now my dream has come true. I'm taking the NBA trophy home.
Promise me I wouldn't do this.
Introducing the TSN Dock Collection. 200 plus critical
Turning coming with speed, and the puck gets on edge. This little backhand scoop becomes much tougher when you don't have a clean puck to work with.
Same order so far for Kazakhstan. Volk will go. He did not score on his attempt last night. In on Sathary. Holds, little move, scores. What a move that was.
The patience. He gets back to the forehand, but he allows himself to drift a little further away from the net. Give himself a little more room right here. Just a little pause, and whew, that is upstairs.
Now Finland will go with the defenseman, Oliver Kaski. Teams practice this a lot.
A lot.
In comes Kaski. Shoots and scores.
That's why he goes, I guess. Keeps it simple. Right-hand shooter. Crisscrossing, slows down. Nothing fancy. Over the pad, inside the post, snipe it quick. Tough save to make.
So the coach's son, Mihalis, scored his first attempt last night, missed on his second. Here's his third attempt at the World Championship already. Mihalis in, shoots and scores.
Virtually the same move as Kaski, but the other side. Instead of going blocker, goes glove, stops, cuts across, puck way out in front of you, and if you can hit the spot above the pad, below the glove, there's room there.
So Arto Ruotsalainen.
He's got nice hands. You watch him even in warm-up. He's got smooth hands.
Even the shootout at 2. Ruotsalainen, oh, rolls off his stick. He had him.
He went with the bean pot, Tony Amonte special slam on the brakes, and Boyarkin wasn't biting. Had that post. Wedged quickly.
So Starchenko, this is the exact same order as last night. Scored his first attempt, missed on his second. This to give Kazakhstan a 3-1 lead in the shootout. And he does.
Satarai having a hard time with these shots. They're coming so slow, he just ends up standing still. Not a lot of athleticism to his movement when they shoot it.
And now, on his 29th birthday, Jari Karjalainen's got a score to keep Finland alive. Karjalainen moves in, and he's stopped by Boyarkin, and Kazakhstan has won its second straight shootout. There's some confusion on the bench, but yes, they have won.
They're trying to run the numbers right now on the Kazakhstan bench.
Yes.
Are we done?
Yes, you won.
Boys, you're done. As Karjalainen tries to get it 5-hole. Boyarkin, the shootout hero again.
So Boyarkin's celebrating the crease. His teammates are looking at each other saying, did we win?
I'm the hero. Come on now, boys.
Wow.
That is good stuff. And what a start to the tournament for Kazakhstan. 2 games, 2 shootout wins.
And Boyarkin has stopped 8 of the last 9 shots he's faced in the shootout. Kazakhstan is (2-0). Finland 1-1.